Alright, but I'm excited for this. So again, the general idea with Malcator is that you're kind of using it like artifact shardless agent, or agent for Rhinos, but you get 3/3s instead of 4/4s, but your 3/3s are artifacts in your artifact deck. So the best way to trigger this is to either go Malcator, artifact land, and 0-drop, but also these Springleaf Drums let you go like Malcator into like Drum, Bauble, Ephemerate, or Malcator into tap into one Drum, 1-drop, or there's a lot of combinations of cards that let you on turn 3, in theory, get 2 3/3s. But also to kind of a lesser extent, this is something that's been in the works since like before Modern Horizons 2. We've tried a few versions of deck like this, but it always felt like Ephemerate was very close to being good in the blue-white affinity shell, or maybe not quite old, but like with Thought Monitor, Urza, and Ingenious Smith, these are 3 like powerful mid-range cards that work really well with Ephemerate as like a grindy card. And specifically like protecting your Urza with Ephemerate and like ephemerating Thought Monitor is really powerful thing to do. But there was just, it always felt like you're missing like one good target for Ephemerate in these decks. And so like we've tried Stoneforge Mystic, we've tried a few worse cards, but Malcator seems like really good in the shell and also enables you to play the Ephemerates too. So this is definitely a deck that doesn't want to mulligan too aggressively, but I think we have to send back the Citadel as the only land hand here, and then put back second Thought Monitor. Then we'll go Seachrome Coast, Springleaf Drum, Bauble. Yeah, poor Combat Thresher. Although I never tried Combat Thresher in the blue-white deck, to be fair. But Malcator, whatever, seems much better. Yeah. People have said this a lot. Are we playing the mirror? It's funny. A lot of people have. Oh, I meant to crack this Bauble. Damn it. I thought you clicked yield till end of turn. It's okay. He's not an artifact. He's a Phyrexian elephant wizard. But it is like a really common thought, though. Alright, so am I going to Saga token next turn or Malcator next turn? I think I want a Malcator because that's like what we came here to do. Yeah, give me a second to update the Stream Decker. I don't even think I changed the title yet. Malcator, Urza, Affinity. Garden's copying Sentinel. Garden's a good card. Garden's definitely a good card. Rude. So you get to draw an extra card off this Bauble. Boop. Alright. It's only making 1 token, but that's okay. The other thing is, like, being able to ephemerate this later is, pretty nice. Urza Saga is also, like, a really good Malcator enabler as well, in theory. Untappers plus Skrell would be a viable strategy. Which card is Skrell? Sorry, first game. Bold, first game. These golems get buffed by stuff like Blade Splicer. They should, yeah. They should. The Legendary Mirror. I remember that card being like... My impression of it was that it like wasn't very close to playable. Sometimes I'm wrong about that stuff. Oh, the Mother of Runes? Wait, what do Untappers do with that? Oh, so yeah, that card. I was thinking of a different card. I was thinking of the Brothers War, like historic spells get flash. I mean, that card's like the fifth Mother of Runes and like nothing else. Okay, they exile my token instead of Malcator itself. So we're definitely gonna leave this in play. Another Saga, which I think... Well, so I'm going to go token, untap into, like, another token, And likely want to trigger this, and yeah, I think I'm holding this second Saga for now. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what untapping it does. That's why I was confused. Oh, it's the creature gets toxic one. Yeah, you're a little lost in the sauce, my friend. I think you're a little lost in the sauce. That's scary. So they have one. Neither of us have artifact lands in play. They have 6 artifacts. 7 artifacts. But if they... I guess they can't equip the Nettlecyst this turn. Golly, all 4... Oh, this is just 3 Thought Monitors. Just 3 Thought Monitors, not... scary at all. So I get to make a token. So that lets me trigger this. So 2, 3, 3, 4. Discounted by 4. Still costs 3 mana, unfortunately. Will cost less after this triggers. Although it's also true I'm just going to be dead if I don't get Aether Spellbomb. Yeah, if I get Drum, I'll have 4 artifacts in play after the Sentinel, which this still costs 3. It's a little short here. Also means I don't get to trigger Malcator if I get this. I don't know. It might just be dead. Triple monitor is pretty gross. 6 plus 8, 14. I even have to like bounce this. We have 3 after Drum. We have 3. We need to play. The only way this costs 3 is if you play Sentinel first, and then that's the only 2. So let's go and go to game 2. All right, we're getting the 4th portable hole. I think I'm definitely cutting the Relic of Progenitus. Don't want Solitude, I think that like the reason I'm not main decking Solitude is that in these affinity decks it's really, really hard to play these pitch cards in the main. You really need, you know, the density of cards, if that makes sense. I think that boarding them in against like Hammer Time and Titan, potentially Burn is fine, especially with the Ephemerates in the deck, but overall they're not cards that you, I think, can be afford to main deck. Good to know about Dispute. Oh, here he comes. Old-time Sentinel. Yeah, I think I have to portable hold the Sentinel here, since if I go like portable hold plus play, they can dispute my portable hold next turn. Just it ends up being a pretty big problem. Does not feel great though. Do they not have a land? Wow, no land despite I mean, I don't have a land either, who's to talk, but no land despite me letting them draw a card with Sentinels. A little wild. Definitely gonna portable hold their Drum and go play an Aether Spellbomb. Ninja, thank you for the 5 months. You're doing well. Tyvar Priest. We consider Fauna Shaman, works nice through Tyvar. I haven't super seriously considered Priest. It is good with Tyvar. It is like a pretty bad card overall, but it is interesting with Tyvar, so I'll think about it a bit more, I guess. Bill, Twitch Prime, thank you. Yeah, but Shaman doesn't seem too bad. You can go like Shaman, Haste, discard Archon, 2-drop Priest, play Priest, activate Priest. That's kind of fun. Tyvar with Emery. If only Tyvar could get back Emery, of course, but yeah, maybe something there. I was hoping to draw a land, just being able to slam Urza. No such luck, but I'm gonna go Sentinel into. I'm trying to think. I think that I do not want them to be able to counter my Ephemerate here. You know, it's worth, you know, potentially 3 golems if I'm able to trigger Malcator's other ability. Is Seed Core an upgraded Pendlehaven for Infectors hurt the mana? I mean, it does just hurt the mana for sure, right? I can't remember exactly all of the text on the card, but it definitely hurts the mana as far as I can. Like, it's their Dismember. What's this? Shadowspear. They're playing Shadowspear into my Sentinel. That can't be correct. Target here. I'm gonna pay, I think. So that's 1 artifact entering. So we can find Darksteel Citadel off Smith. We can trigger this. I really want to. It's not the end of the world though, I guess. Just definitely gonna take a Thought Monitor and pass back. Or attack for 6, pass back. Weird game. And we're going to game 3. So weird to be playing like the pseudo mirror, like match 1 with the new list. I'm like stumbling. I guess we're putting back Thought Monitor. Have I thought about Thopter Sword as type of strategy? Not super seriously. I think that for as far as Thopter Sword goes, you like would move away from Malcator and the Ephemerate engine synergy, whatever you want to call it, and we're here playing the new cards, which is kind of why we're doing this instead, I guess. What's Spellbomb for? You know, Murktide Hammer Time. Protecting your own creatures. It's good to protect your own Urza with it. Yeah, I don't think I could recommend playing a Blade Splicer. Doesn't seem like it'd be very likely to be good. So they seem like they've got the Saga advantage. If I can draw land for Malcator, I guess untap land, of course. We could be okay here. Yeah, I didn't specify in time, I suppose. Still have Urza in our hand. I'm going to equip my... Well, I guess we could dispatch this turn. Yeah, dispatching the Saga token and like slowing down that Thought Monitor we know about, that's probably better than... equipping the Shadowspear. So if I draw exactly Darksteel Citadel next turn, I can flood the board with artifacts. I can go Malcator into Citadel, into Ephemerate, trigger this. Any updates on Is It Prowess Breach list? I wanted to play... Like, I wanted to play the 3rd dragon over the 2nd Grape Shot, and I also wanted to play the... Ooh, gross. I also wanted to play the 4th Mutagenic Growth with the 3rd dragon back in, but I'm not sure what the other cut is. It might just be... It might just be, like, the Grape Shot, but... Just not sure. Okay, we did draw a land. It's not one that lets me extra trigger with Malcator. I don't think I'm saying this card's name right. That's okay. So I think we just play this, and then why don't I also equip my Shadowspear to the Construct token and pass back. Last time I removed Hexproof of Spirit, it's been a while. Hi Freya, Bruce has been going pretty well today. We had like an awesome 2 leagues with the wall combo deck. The wall combo deck was looking like pretty good, but bad against Titan, and there's been a lot of Titan in the leagues today. Yeah, definitely a weird first match of the deck, huh? Dropping Stoneforge for Heliod package and Death and Taxes. I don't know what Death and Taxes is, but I've played I played a Heliod deck that was mono white. I ended up splashing red in it. I thought the deck was great. I played a lot of it. My win record with it was pretty high. The first draft of that deck had Thalia in it. When I had Thalia in it, people kept calling the deck Death and Taxes. I ended up like cutting the Thalias from the red version, where like Ragavan is so good in the deck where you can buff it with Luminarch Aspirant. You have a lot of cheap removal, and you have Giver Runes to protect your Ragavan. And as soon as I cut the Thalias from the deck, people stopped calling the deck Death and Taxes. But I'm digressing a little bit, I suppose. But I don't really know what Death and Taxes means anymore, is I guess what I'm saying. So they're gonna kill my Saga, or the Shadowspear. They kill the Saga. I think that's okay. I can make more tokens by Ephemerating Urza. So we can go like this. I think let's go ahead and just attack for 6 here. Then move. Well, could Ephemerate Urza now and then move the Shadowspear over to the other construct. I guess that's fine. I'm a bit scared of my opponent interacting with me, but they just don't have, like, you know, probably too many ways to deal with the Urza, right? Urza to spin hopefully next turn. We'll see what they do here. They may get another Haywire Might. They may only be playing one Haywire Might. Hard to say. Always understood D&T Martin to be Thalia plus Arbiter and Aggro Shell with Ghost Quarters. Yeah, that's the thing. I was like, I only had Thalia. I didn't have any of those other things. So Arbiter, Arcana, Thalia. Like, you have to have all of those cards, but I think the Heliod deck that I played is really good. I think the deck's really good. I would recommend it over these like disruptive hate bearers for the most part. And we're gonna play some of it at some point with Phyrexian Vindicator. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. There's just like it's awesome. This has been like just like one of the best weeks of the stream ever. There's just like so much new stuff, so much stuff to do. Ooh, okay. So they can hit me for 14. If I guess I'll just double block a construct with the Golem and the construct though. If they get in with the 8/8s. Yeah, just double block and then trade a construct and then go to 17. Infect Storm. We lost the Titan and we moved on. It's okay. The deck's kind of inconsistent. It's kind of my current impression, but there's maybe some ways to like mess with the numbers and make it more consistent too. Still some stuff to chew on, I think. Definitely a big draw step for me here. And a pretty big draw. But I think when I'm targeting Shadowspear, targeting a construct is maybe better. I think it's kind of close. Love to find artifact to trigger this. Okay, that probably will find me an artifact. Pretty good one at that. Tap this. Tap this. Spear equip, attack for 10. And then I can move it on to the second construct post-combat. They didn't double block? They didn't learn the lesson I just taught them in double blocking? We did it! We triggered it! Holding the Bauble in case we would trigger Malcator next turn. Casting it this turn lets me trigger it this turn, right? I don't think it makes much sense to hold the Bauble. Okay, keep this. It's on the mold to 6. What? Why? Why are we in the... as soon as I play Affinity, I'm in the Affinity bracket. Back-to-back Affinity opponents. So weird. That's so odd. We drew the best card in our deck, though. If we draw a Bauble, we can double trigger it. I feel like you're not going to double trigger it on turn 3 that often. Maybe more often if we can draw Springleaf Drum. Are they doing something else? Ah, they're boom busting. Well, that's pretty good. Although I guess thankfully I have all indestructible lands for this turn, so I'll play this to play around it, I guess. So not actually mirror. It's Wildfire. I have no basics in my deck, but don't tell my opponent that. Oh, damn it. Oh, sorry, I thought I could cast this. Sorry, chat. Should have played this instead. Just time walking myself and might be getting this blown up. Yeah. Alright, well. Better late than never. Fury. Thing to kill. I imagine they kill Golem and then one of the 1-drops. I'm not sure which one actually. I want them to kill the Sentinel, but yeah, they decide to leave this in play, not knowing I can flicker it. Find a relic. Relic's okay. I don't think my opponent's very likely to have a lot of instant speed removal. Famous last words, maybe, but I think I'm going to block and then Ephemerate here. Was wrong about the lack of instant speed removal. Fire Ice is a card I wasn't expecting to see. Totally wrecks me. 2/1 toughness creatures in play. Into Narset. I mean, how do you play around the deck, I guess? Into Deluge? How are they playing Deluge? Oh, I guess I'm conceding. What a game. Modern is all over the place. So I'm going to cut these portable holes. I'm going to cut the Aether Spellbomb probably. And play Flusterstorms. They're like, I heard Titan was popular. Boy, do I have a deck for today. Boy, do I have a deck for today. Yeah, it could be a Hellraiser deck. Let's kind of look. Yeah, we played Boom Bust in the Mono Red Hellraiser deck, which I liked. Deluge is weird though. Not a deck that mulligans to 5 particularly well usually, but this hand's fine. Thought Monitor not very good on the mull to 5. We have Ingenious Smith to Ephemerate if we want. Pretty good 5. Yeah, we'll play the drum first. So if they kill my Saga, I get to draw a card with Sentinel, which is nice. Pretty bad to Fire Ice. It's not that bad. Like, we get to draw a card, and then we get to activate Saga. I guess we didn't know we were getting the drum. Yeah, this is fine. Oh, though, now they know I don't have any basics. Less fine. So, let's attack, and then I think I'm ephemerating my Smith, seeing if we have something to cast. That is something to cast. not particularly good for us. Damn. So this costs more than we have. Guess I don't mind this getting exiled. Blood Sun, okay. Stops my sagas. Can put a little bit of pressure on the Narset. Yeah, they seem to be, yeah, they're on some kind of Grixis land destruction deck. Adding Temple Garden for Haywire and Boros Healer is extra good. Yeah, I mean, it's good anyways. We'll be doing it next time. Okay, Blood Sun down. And so these are no longer indestructible. And they're also playing Lotus Field in their deck. What a brew. They're still artifacts, no longer indestructible. In my upkeep, 3 red and a black. Kolagon's command. I guess I'll be tapping this to Flusterstorm. Feels so bad they didn't play that on their turn. That's okay. Right, Blood Sun. Modest randomize. It's okay, I don't have any way to get rid of the Blood Sun. Ah! Into Fire Ice. Ugh. Do I even keep playing? Do I have the strength in me? Brick on Smith. We're done. We're done. We're done. Wow. Utterly destroyed, huh? Ripped apart. Ripped to shreds. Pretty sure we're playing the bridge on turn 1 here. What is Ephemerate for? We have 16 creatures in the deck that are good with Ephemerate. Malcator, Urza, Ingenious Smith, and Thought Monitor. And protecting, like, specifically Urza is also a nice aspect of this deck. Like here, there's a good chance we're going to go just turn 4 Urza with Drum up for Ephemerate to protect. Yeah, so I was thinking maybe we could take a page out of our opponent's book and play Boom Bust in the Boros deck. What's cool about the Boros deck too is we're gonna be playing Maria's Call as like a card that you can like just ramp into, but also cast with Hellraiser sometimes. Didn't finish building the list. Let me just look real quick. This is more lands. We're going to be going down on lands a little bit. Really, I was looking at it. So we're going to go down on lands. Like these are going to be replacing some of the cards. Then we still have the Valakut Awakenings too. So we have a lot of the MDFCs to cast with Hellraiser. But the deck really needs like one more good like a graveyard enabler for Hellraiser, and I don't really know what that is. What that extra graveyard enabler is. MK, I think with 22 months. Welcome back. My opponent's not playing Creativity, right? They've got Zaggoth Triome. Yeah, I mean, Bitter Reunion is like maybe it. I think it'd be a little bit underwhelming, but I don't know if there's a better card to be playing. I'll do some work. I'll figure it out. Ah, bummer. Maybe I wasn't supposed to jam there. I think jamming's okay. Not really sure what's going on. don't think they're playing creativity. They maybe like a Bring to Light deck. Well, Teferi's pretty good against Ephemerate. New Narset. That Synergy 6 loyalty doesn't seem that hard. You mean New Nahiri? Maybe New Nahiri, maybe not. It's the thing is, like, whatever this the curve is so high that whatever this other enabler is, it has to be so like maybe it can't be brought back, right? No, you can't play brought back without fetches. You can't play fetches with Blood Sun. But it needs to be like 1 or 2 mana, whatever it is. Although maybe the curve isn't that bad if you like look at it like this. Yeah, I don't think Rebound Looting is the answer either. Yeah, Touch the Sparrow Realm is probably not that bad. Works well with Capricious Hellraiser. It is 2 mana. It works with your Fury, Solitude. It's not amazing though, but it's maybe like the best we've got. I'll do like a deep dive, a deep dig. Probably don't need to go too deep. Uh-oh. Well, we have Dispatch for Alice Norn here. Problem is I'm like it's very dead. That's the main problem. That counterspell on Urza was so rough. That's a big top deck, though. That's definitely the kind of top deck that can get us back into this. Yeah, so yeah, Boom Bust, I guess, was what we were talking about. So for Boom Bust, we'd have to play 4 of the Boros. The mana becomes weird, but doable maybe. So what's your mana? You don't play the Garrison. You don't play these anymore because you're not playing Golos. Got Soken's-On. 26 lands. And you have to cut 4 of them for the Boros. So you could cut the 1, 2... I think you need 3 basics. You can get the 4th Sacred Foundry for 4 of the Boros indestructible lands. Ragavan's a chip. You can play Ragavan. But yeah, this could be an okay Boom Bust deck. Could be an okay Boom Bust deck. Boom Bust is good with Hellraiser. It's good with the Flagstones. You're okay skipping your 1-drop a lot of the time. Seems okay. Does Malcator's second ability trigger enough to make it better than Blade Splicer? So far, we've only triggered the second ability 1 time. So to be determined, but you know, it's also been like a pretty weird league so far. Urza. Yeah, but we're also, you know, we're playing a match. We're trying to figure it out. Playing with the new cards. So let's bring in Dispatch number 4. We'll bring in Pithing Needle. Probably cut this Shadowspear. Maybe play. No, Solitude doesn't deal with Elishnorn. I thought I dragged that in. We'll keep the Shadowspear in, actually. It's probably okay. Yeah, one of the few cards in the format that actually kills Elishnorn. Probably entering a pretty good metagame for Dispatch. I brought in second Relic. Oh. Is that fine? I don't want any portable holes. I don't want any Flusterstorm. Yeah, second Relic's fine. Is Path poised for a comeback? What is it with all the Path fans? Why do you want to cast Path to Exile? Why? I've never once in my entire life been happy casting Path to Exile. You ever like Path? You ever go Fetch Shock, Path to Exile, your opponent's Goblin Guide on the draw? Yeah, you're on the draw. Your opponent Goblin Guides you. You have a Scalding Tarn instead of a Flooded Strand, and you have to go Fetch Shock, Path their Goblin Guide. There's so many good white removal spells in the format. There's so many, and they're not Path Exile. I would play the new 2-mana enchantment, the 2-mana enchantment, exile target creature or planeswalker, enchant a land before I played any path in any deck. Master Twitch Prime, thank you. Yeah, like even when it was a staple, I hated playing with it. Like even when it was like a necessary pain for the longest time. And now that y'all are free from this pain, nobody is making you play Path to Exile anymore. You just want the abuse, you know. Yeah, and also this is maybe it should have been said, but Path is not gonna make a comeback. These other good white removal spells are not going away. Why would you play the new card over Journey to Nowhere? It gets rid of Planeswalkers. Journey to Nowhere doesn't get rid of Planeswalkers. So I know that they have Metallic Rebuke, or sorry, not Metallic, Prismatic Ending. I guess we're still just going to set myself up to cast Thought Monitor next turn. Oh, I saw there were Siege around on chat. Yesterday, I was playing Pathfinder with my friends, and one of my friends wrote a fan fiction about our Pathfinder group through ChatGPT, and we took a little break and we were having fun goofing around, and I asked ChatGPT to build me the perfect modern deck. I just typed build me the perfect modern deck, and immediately it goes 4 Dark Confidant, 4 Tarmogoyf, 4 Snapcaster Mage. Those are the first things on the screen. And then it's like 4 Liliana, 2 Chondo Torch of Defiance, 2 Terminate, 2 Kolaghan's Command, 4 Path to Exile. And then it built a mana base. And then it like wrote me an article. It like wrote me a whole article talking about why it chose the card choices it did. So I don't know like when I'm gonna have time to do this, but I do want to do it. I want to do a YouTube video playing the perfect ChatGPT modern deck. I think that'd be a really fun video. yeah. No, I think it'd be really fun. Yeah. I just don't know when I could get around to it because of the new set, but it'd be really fun. Yeah, it'd be really good good content, good league, whatever, blah blah blah. Yeah, you have to like record the writing of it too. You gotta do some effort. What decks have we played so far? We played Wall Combo, and then we played a little bit of Rot Priest. Now we're playing some of this. I built Jund. The thing is, it wasn't Jund. It was Jund with Snapcaster Mage. It was Jund splashing for Snapcaster Mage. It was so funny. Dude, Walls was awesome. Did you watch Walls? We had a great time with Walls. Like the walls are like actually doing work. Kobe, 20 months, thank you. Okay, draw 2. Already played my land. Maybe Mista, kind of a stretch. Yeah, I think there's definitely Kolaghan's Command. There's 2 Kolaghan's Commands. I wonder if it'll give you the same deck every time, or if it like builds you a new one. It'd be sad if I couldn't get the same deck, because I didn't save it. Yeah, I don't think there's anything for red black sack in the new set. Well, there's the 1-drop whenever you sack whenever a creature artifact dies, it gets an oil counter and has trample. Like that can go in the Anvil sack deck, but not the Fury Grief one. Am I ever bouncing Omnath? Yes. I don't like it, I guess, but so they got a million cards in their hand. I think we're tempo and a mat. We're gonna rebound Ephemerate on the Thought Monitor. I'll slow him down. Returns no hands with Wrenn, or no cards with Wrenn 6. Alright, 1 mana draw 4. Thank you, Ephemerate. Very cool. Not that I'll ever be able to draw more cards that are relevant. Alright, let's go ahead and sack. Malcator is well, I would get 2 triggers here if I found one. No such luck. I think I'm gonna not bother killing the Wrenn. Yeah, I'll play the best I can Modern through League. I don't know if I'll do it on stream or not. Maybe it'd be a fun thing. Could be better just recording. Could do it on stream and just edit together the best moments. Opponent's playing just like 4-color control, and they have Elishnorn in their deck too. I'm sorry, I had to dispatch it over Omnath last game. It was, definitely scary. Sounds more suited for one-off video. Yeah, but you could kind of combine the two things if you wanted to. Vat of Rebirth and Reckless Anvil. No, that card's like not close to playable. It's like so much worse than Persist, right? It's like a 4-mana Persist over that, like, you have to, like, 4 creatures have to die. Y'all remember when Yorion was legal? Man, I am so happy Yorion is gone. I'm even like happy that Titan is like popular and booming again. We'll see how the metagame adjusts, but I'm glad that the metagame, like Pioneer and Standard too, especially, even Legacy to some extent, had moved so like close towards like this, just like big 3-drop into 4-drop into 5-drop into super long, super grindy, pretty boring games. And Yorion definitely pushed Modern in that direction in a big way, but I'm glad that it's gone. I'm glad we don't have too many games like this anymore. Close to playing the Blue Drum. Yeah, I do like the Blue Drum. Thinking Vat and Anvil will go better well with Mayhem Devil. Because does the Vat do something I don't understand? Because I'm pretty sure it's just like an unplayable 1-drop that like it's oil counters and then you can reanimate something, right? Like playing 1 Greater Guard and Red Black Sack to get with intent to sack the board, twin with Devil, my lost in the sauce. It's probably not that bad to play if you're playing intent. To play a guard. I think I'm kind of back off intent, or maybe you play like 1 intent. But I don't know. I think I just want to play 1 intent and then the rest like village rights and stuff. Okay, so they tutored a Fury. We do have Hallowed Fountains. And then they're not evoking Fury, which is very surprising. I would love to find a Thought Monitor off this Ingenious Smith. That would be awesome. Thought Monitor, please. Brutal. And now we're super dead, I think. You kill Wrenn because of the Besage You. Try and gargle for. Yeah, I agree that Ragavan's been mid lately. I'm having a hard time like even figuring out exactly why. Like I know that part of it is there's more creatures, there's more blockers, there's more sheep removal. But like Ragavan has definitely been feeling like the worst card that you could have in so many situations lately, on both sides of the table. Yeah, if Malcator was an artifact, it'd be much better. It'd be something we would have tried it a bit sooner than this. Yeah, but it does. So far, it does seem pretty hard to get the trigger off. A bit harder than I was expecting. I'll take a draw step. You know, we're an Urza Thought Monitor deck. We're an Urza Thought Monitor deck. We're not out of it yet. But my brain's also kind of on fire, and I'm not really sure why. So it's maybe an okay day to have a, you know, only a 5.5 hour stream. Is it time to unban Legacy? Yes. No. Oh, it is funny. Like the reason people are liking the Spell Dancer card, the reason they like even are thinking about this card in Legacy is no Ragavan, no Red and 6. I think it's very funny. Yeah, opponent's also playing kind of slow, which is why maybe part of the reason why my brain's on fire. Oh, they ending the Shadowspear. That's interesting. We're an Urza deck. We're a Thought Monitor deck. We can definitely draw our way out of this. We're also a Mishra's Bauble deck. Did they not pick up Beseiju? I'm drawing Ephemerate or Dispatch. No, but I have an Urza as the next card. No Stoneforge in this shell. The Stoneforge might be better than Malcator, to be honest. Yeah, we went for one with Stoneforge Devoted Druid. It felt pretty good. Tyvar's probably been, you know, Tyvar's probably like #1, honestly, at my list for impactful 1 cards. It has been so good, like every single time we've played it. Would I rather play one or the other? Yeah, I don't think you could play both. I don't think there's really room for both. Malcator and Third Path Iconoclast, probably a bit high on the curve, but I also don't like that you probably could only ever trigger Malcator if you're triggering a Third Path Iconoclast a bunch. Tyvar much better than Nihiri. I have a Nihiri shell that's kind of exciting. So let me think about tomorrow. So the Nihiri deck's probably pretty good. I need to find. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on, because I was looking for it earlier and I did like just lose it. So I'm gonna work with this one. I think I'm gonna try the Boom Bust package. But I had a draft of a Mardu mid-range deck. So it started off as like a Tyvar mid-range deck. Like Tyvar's been so good, right? I was trying to see if like, oh, what would you dispatch? Okay, we could win. I was trying to see if there was a good way to build a Tyvar mid-range deck with cards like I'm gonna shock. With cards like Dothy Voidwalker, Stoneforge Mystic, Priest of Fell Rites, and like an Orzhov Scam shell. And I liked my first draft of the deck, but then I realized Nihiri was like largely better than Tyvar, or at least it seemed that Nihiri would be better than Tyvar. Where if your goal is to like recur Dothy Voidwalker for once and activate it. Ooh, do I name Ren or Beseiju? I guess I need name Ren. Winning this game would be pretty cool, actually. But like Nihiri was just better at doing that, and so I'm kind of stuck on the mana a little bit. But let me also just see if I can find the list, because I don't know what I called it, and I forgot to export it to my desktop, which is what I've been doing to not lose the list. But let me see if I can find it. Oh, my opponent plays without me. They're binding Beseiju. Okay, that's bad. Might just have to rebuild it. Oh, here it is. Okay, so the mana needs changing because like I changed the mana just slightly from when it was a Tyvar deck, but when it was a Tyvar deck, I wasn't playing any double green cards or like any other green cards besides Tyvar. But I think that you want to play Seasoned Pyromancer also. So like I'm kind of torn between Seasoned Pyromancer and Stoneforge Mystic for the shell, but I think Spyro like Stoneforge is like works with Nahiri. Stoneforge works with Nahiri. Stoneforge works with Tyvar. But Seasoned Pyromancer also gives you like a better density of like Ephemerate targets. And then like Priest is also like pretty good getting back Seasoned Pyromancer as like a value card. Deck for Sat. Okay, if you post a link in the chat, I can take a look. So in kind of a rough draft, like I'm kind of like stuck on the number of like Undying effects and that kind of stuff. But also a Dothy Voidwalker Solitude deck seems pretty good in this Titan metagame too, so kind of excited about that as well. Like Priest pitches to Grief and Solitude, buys both of them back, Haste with Nahiri. Although, you know, Haste with just Tyvar in play too. But I think Nahiri makes more sense here. Nahiri like draws a card when you're hellbent. Alright, let me spin. We have some instants we could hit. Okay, so let's... Why are they attacking with the Eternal Witness? They have like lightning bolts? I'm really interested in killing the Witness so I'm not just dead as soon as they draw Ephemerate. So I think I may just not cast this Ephemerate, right? Okay, they're going to double ping, sure. You know, if they have double ping plus bolt, it's fine. Urza gonna solo. Counterspell the Ephemerate, brutal. Well... Alright, that's probably a pretty good stopping point. So I'm gonna take a little bit of a break and then come back and prep some stuff for tomorrow. So we're gonna work on this list. It needs to be so it's tough because like should it be